Alright, well thanks to Harley I got to make a new a new hammer. So this is what all those plates look like when they're torn apart. So we have 5, 5, and 4 2.5s. So all that equals 20 pounds. So this is a broken one of those pipes, but I think those pipes are better. Just because this one I hear seems pretty thin, and these pipes here seem just a little bit thicker. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just seems pretty thin. Seems pretty thin. Yeah. The new one is better, I think. The other one is pretty thin. You know, through this one. So this is NSF. And this one is not NSF. I'm not really sure what NSF stands for. PWG. PWG. Oh yeah, there's the NSF. PW. I don't know what G is. D 1785, 1785. So it's like the same pipe, but this one seems stronger. So I'm gonna build a new hammer. Just like that. So this is the finishing product here. Yes, that is Gorilla Tape, the strongest tape on earth. It is really really freaking strong tape. I don't know what mill it is, but it's very strong. So looking down here, you can see I have a bolt there. I have a bolt there, and that bolt goes straight across, straight through to the other side. And this is a lock nut bolt. So I just drilled a hole, put the lock nut bolt, tightened it on both sides. This one right here is the Phillips head. Phillips head on this side here. Then I have one plate here, one plate here, another plate here, and another plate here. This one comes to a total of 15 pounds. So you have a 2.5, 2.5, and a 5, and a 5. This is 15 pounds. So then up here, I taped around it, but there's also another bolt. There's also another bolt right there that goes straight across. And so that has a lock nut on the top, and over here on this side is a Phillips. So I stuck the Phillips in one side, and I tighten it with a crescent wrench on this side here, or you can hold it still with a crescent wrench here, and you can tighten it with your hand with the Phillips, or you can use your drill. Okay, and then you put this PVC pipe here. One thing I did get is it's a, what is this, 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 inch, and so yeah, that's the pipe, and it's that thick. Then I did the same thing here, plate over plate over plate over plate, and I put the Gorilla Glue in between each plate so they don't detach or start to rotate, and it also creates a nice seal with the metal plate and the PVC. That connection when the glue goes between the PVC and the plate creates a nice strong seal. I found this out the hard way when one of my other hammers broke, and I had to pull off the weight. After I'd taken out the bolts, pulling off the weights was super hard. They just did not want to come off. I was swinging it with a hammer, and actually had to end up busting the PVC pipe, which kind of pieces were smacking me in the face. But anyway, so we have 120 and we have one that's 15. So 2 hammers. You want to make sure that the screw that you put it into you know, is thick enough to go, I mean, wide, long enough to go through first, but you want to make sure that it's not too wide, because the bigger of a hole that you put through this PVC pipe, reduces the tension, the strength of this PVC pipe. So you want to make sure that you have not a big bolt that goes through, because you're going to have a big hole there, and you don't want a big hole. You want a smaller one. The ones that are in here, they're only about that big. So the strength around it is still pretty strong. So the ones that were before, they were about that wide. So that's probably why it broke. So right now we have bolts in there that are only about that wide. But with the lock nuts on both sides, it's strong enough to stop the weight from falling out the other end. So that is the finished product, and you can see how it all goes together. Enjoy making yours. Plus you save like almost 250 bucks by making them this way, because you can buy these plates, 40-pound plates or something like that. I think they're like $3 or $4 for 5-pound plates, and you want to get them in 5-pound increments is good. And if you can find some 2.5s, then that's even good too. But they're typically about $2 to $4 per plate. And then the PVC, $2.99. The bolts were 29 cents, and the lock nuts were 72 cents, I think. You can go to Home Depot or True Value Hardware, pick those up. So anyways, what do you think about that, Nala? What do you think about that, Nala? Anyways, subscribe, guys, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more practicing going on. All the guys are going to be out in the field practicing too. We're going to be throwing these hammers, collecting some distance charts, and working on improving. So subscribe and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell if you guys want to watch our our progression, making, just watching us grow in this Highland Games, and then all the way up to our competition day, which is coming in May. So a lot more videos coming, a lot more practice tutorials and how to do this stuff. Next video, I'll actually be going, now that we've covered everybody being able to just throw it, now we're going to be working on techniques and skills. So that's going to be the next set, and improving on those techniques and skills, such as breathing, form, leg movement, distance and stuff like that, and then proper shoulder presses with certain weights and certain techniques. So these techniques that I've had, I myself and my dad were the only ones out of our group that you see on our other video that actually did this competition for the Queen Mary in 2016, I believe it was. And I myself placed 8th out of 45, and my father also was in the Masters. So we kind of have experience in doing this stuff. No formal training, of course, but we just kind of learned it, and then we did it, and we kept learning in between, and of course watching almost every video there is to watch from other champions that were world champions and stuff like that, and pretty much collaborating all of those techniques into one that works for us. Now, not everything works for everybody else, so there's no proper way to do it, and there's no wrong way to do it. It's just being sure to do it. So hit that subscribe button, and you'll watch more videos.